Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel where I analyze stocks for you to buy and how to go about it. This is Coach Casimir and today is Monday and we are just resuming the trading activities. The training section has just begun. And so today I'm going to be analyzing few very important stocks that are going to be very much important to your decision to invest in. So over the weekend, one of my investors actually bumped into my office and we got talking. And so, whatever I do on this channel, I always show data. It's all about practical terms because investment is not about emotion, it's not about hearsay. You have to practicalize it, you have to use data to be able to, determine the kind of decision that you take in your investment. And so, this is how it goes. So, this man actually came to my office and he was a bit. Lamenting he wasn't so stable in his decision to invest in. But here is the thing, I want us to bring it back to a conversational level. So he told me that in 2012 he had 3 million naira. 2012 he had 3 million naira, and so one of the cities he went there to buy a land in one of the happening or opening areas. So he bought the land for 3 million, and it was 100 by 100 that he bought the land. Thereafter, he actually built in that particular space. So after this period, that is 14 years after, he said that that land has actually appreciated to a 50 million naira. That is, if he wants to sell the land. If he wants to sell the land, just the land, not the property in the land. So he bought the land 2012 for 3 million and it was 100 by 100. And then 14 years after, this same 3 million has, grown to become a 50 million if he decide to sell the land. That is how land appreciation can always be. Investing in land is a massive investment. But here is the thing, we are going to do some analysis. So let's go. Now, I was just kind of arguing with him that if he had met me in that 2012, if he had met me and I shared with him some valuable investment in the global market, that is investment would have worth more than 200 million. He was asking me how. I said, okay, let's do some analysis. Now, 3 million in 2012, let's go and check, because if I was going to teach him or if I was going to mentor him on how to invest, it was going to be investing in dollars, investing in foreign stocks. That is US market, like what you're seeing here, most actively traded US stocks. So let's say he had met me that 2012. And so I'm going to do it this way. In 2012, let's check the exchange rate of dollar. $1 was, let's check dollar to naira in 2012. Let's see what it's going to be. All right, good. So we're going to cap it here in 2012. Let's just say on the average is 157. Let's just say 158. So I'm going to open my calculator. Let me look for my calculator. Okay, good. Awesome. So if he had 3 million in 2012 and $1 is equals to 158. So let's say 3 million. Let's divide it to know how many units of dollars would it have been. Divide by 158. Divide by 158. Awesome. So this is 3 million would have been 18,987 naira. Do you understand that? 18,987,000. That is what it would have been. So I'm going to take this. So let's take this. We'll write it down. So I'm going to do a fresher. So we have this, that is the 3 million is now in exchange is $18,987. So in that 2012, let's come back here. In that 2012, I want to check a company that was also selling, a very valuable company that was also selling their shares in that 2012, that is 14 years ago. So I will come here to my Yahoo Finance. So let me check Facebook. Why I choose Facebook is that Facebook, as at that time, was already a popular platform. It was a popular company. So if I actually told him to buy any of the stock, I would have suggested Facebook. And of course, he would not be scared because Facebook is already a known company. So in 2012, how much was Facebook? How much was 1 unit of Facebook? This is, let me not just, okay, good. This is Facebook, and I'm taking my chart, I'm taking it to where we can be able to buy, because I would have bought Facebook at a very cheaper rate, So as I'm taking this, I'm checking the price in June. We're also in June. This is June 2012. Facebook was selling for $25.54. 25.54 cents. But if I was going to buy, I will wait for it to drop a little bit. If you can see here now, it has dropped down to $13. You can see the chart. I'm trying to draw the chart to make sure I am buying at a very cheaper rate. So let's say I bought Facebook at $15. Let's just keep it that way. This is 13, this is 9 and all that. Let's say we bought it at 15. Let's say we bought it at $15. So I will come here, this 18 divide by 15. So I'm buying it at $15. Divide by 15. So I will be having how many units? This 3 million that he had, which is in the equivalent of $18,000, would have given me how many units of Facebook? 1,265 units of Facebook. 1,200. I don't want to put the fraction. I want to take this. So I will say I have 1,265 units of Facebook. Now 14 years after, Facebook has done 1,208%. And now what is the price of Facebook right now? $550. So we're going to times it with this unit of Facebook to know how much that investment of 3 million would have brought him if he had waited, or if he had met me in 2012 and follow my analysis and probably ask me to manage the investment for him, because that is what I do. I do manage portfolios for my investors. And so I would say times how much? We have 550.25. How much is this? Because we are not timesing this with the unit. This is the unit. The unit of Facebook is now 1,265 units of Facebook times the price of Facebook as at this moment. How much is it? How many is it giving us? It's giving us 696,066 units and all that. Now come back to this, because we are going to, I'm taking it back. I will say 90. I have 96. I have $69.60. Let's just put it that way. Let's say 69.60. This is what we have right here, 69. We have 69.60. Yes. 696,000. That is what it has given us, $796,000. Now, how much is dollar today? How much is dollar today? So I'll come back here and say the exchange rate dollar today, um, 2026. 2026. Now dollar today is, let's just remove the fraction. Let's say 1003. 1003. So I will come back here and say okay, times 1300. 1300. You can see this investment, you are almost hitting a billion dollar. Almost $1 billion with the investment of 3 million in 14 years ago. Now you will now have 904,885,800 naira. Are you seeing what I'm saying? So for this man, when I told him all this one, he was like, wow, why has he not met me, 14 years ago? And the only thing I could tell him is that is how it used to be. It's not something that he should be worried about, because when you started, can also give that opportunity for you to grow. Imagine this. Facebook was at some point $9, in 2012. Do you understand? Because as around that, it was just coming into the market, it has not grown so big, and then it continued to grow. At a point it's also dropped, and then you can see the growth. So what I'm trying to bring to you, everyone, now is that investing in the stock market or the global market is one thing that you need for you to build wealth over time. It's not something you just jump into and then the next day you want heaven and earth to fall to your laps. It is about patience. It's about strategy. It's about following the right mentorship. The right mentorship, because one of the things that you hear about today is real estate. Buy land, it will appreciate. Buy land, it will appreciate. And I will ask you one question: what kind of landed property, what kind of landed investment would have given you almost $1 billion with 3 million in 14 years? Where would you see that? It can only happen in the stock market, in the equity market, and that is what we are doing right now. And I've made a lot of my investors millions of naira. In fact, within the space of even 12 months, there are a lot of my investors that have made more than 1,500% in their investment, and that is what we continue to do. So you too that is planning on how you want to invest that 5 million you have in your account, 10 million you have in your account, or you want to leave it in a bank, or you want to go to cooperative or buy a land and all that. Buying land is good. I will not dispute that, because I also buy land. However, I will tell you, I cannot save money and move all the money and buy a land. I will rather invest it, give it, delay my gratification, and then take the profit of that my investment and buy the land that I want to buy. And then my capital investment will continue to run. I've done this over time, for obvious reasons. I started investing in the stock market since 2008. I didn't know what I was doing as at that time, but then I did it, and then it gave me that room to begin to study billionaires, investors, the Wall Street, the New York Stock Exchange, the Nasdaq Composite, Dow Jones. All these are platforms that I've always taken my time to understudy people who are in the market, who are making huge amount of profit while they invest. Now, coming back to where Facebook is today, because I'm giving you this analysis so that you'll be able to make your decision of your investing. Now, for this man, that investment of 3 million in 2012, in fact, is one of the best ever that he can ever think of. But I've been able to convince him not to confuse him today, that investment is just a joke compared to what we are doing today. And his eyes was opened. And I tell you, it's an estate agent, it's an estate valuer, surveyor and all that. And then he had decided to sell half of that because he built his house in the one side of it that is 50 by 100. Why is he having 50 by 100? And he told me he want to sell the 50 by 100 and invest in the equity market. I tell you, 1 year after or 2-3 years after, he won't regret ever making that decision. And this is what it is. Now today, where is Facebook? Facebook is, in fact, it has been down, and is currently at the support base. And if you look at my chart right now, this is my analyst forecast. From the forecast, you can see Facebook is already giving the signal for a long-term buy, a purchase buy. And if you look at the chart right now, currently Facebook is $550.25, while the average, that is the intrinsic value, is $820, meaning that it's trading below intrinsic value. And on the maximum, which of course Facebook is going to touch $1,000 before it decides to split. It's going to split. With time, it's going to split when it has touched $1,000. But currently, it is far below the intrinsic value. So what are you waiting for? How do you start? How do you know the stock that you want to buy? For one of the best way that you know the kind of stock that you want to buy is always check the EPS, that is earning per share ratio of, that is the forecasted earning per share ratio of any company. And so when you look at 2024, the third quarter of 2024, you can see the forecast of Facebook earning report was $5.22 billion, and then it reported above that, reported $6 billion. The same thing happened in the fourth quarter of 2024. It has continued to beat the estimate earning forecast, but in 2025, the first quarter, it also beat it. Why in 2025, the third quarter of 2025, Facebook did not do well at all. Facebook did not do well. It did not even beat the earnings estimate, and that is when it started depreciating, and we can now experience this kind of report. But now, first quarter of 2026, Facebook beat the earnings estimate. From 6.70, it made 10.44. However, the stock price has always been down. And when it's down, what does it show you? It shows you an opportunity for value investing. Because based on the value of Facebook, it's valued over $2 trillion. But right now, it is just $1 trillion. And so when the price comes down this way, it gives value investors, opportunity to buy it at a cheaper rate, because it's a very well-structured company that is going to make, a lot of profit over time. And so you buy it because it's the opportunity that is giving you. I have many other stocks that I'm going to be listing out within the week. But for one thing I want to tell you is that if this particular video is so valuable to you, do well to help this video to get at least 50 likes. You can also share it. And don't forget, this is the first time you are coming across my videos or my channel. Try as much as possible to subscribe to my YouTube channel, because it helps YouTube to rank my video and help the video to reach a lot of persons, just the same way you are watching my video right now. And again, if you want one-on-one mentorship or portfolio management, probably you have some large sum of money and you don't want to play with it, you need an expert to help you manage the portfolio, you can always send me a message. On the comment section or on the description, you will see my WhatsApp, my business WhatsApp line. Just message me there. We will always take it up and help you structure your investment and build wealth for you over time. Once again, don't forget to hit the notification bell once you subscribe. Thank you, and watch the next one.